Hi, welcome to Behind the Scenes at Metamarkets. I'm Mike Driscoll, co-founder and CEO, and today I'm here with one of our data engineers, Neel Sharma. Neel, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Mike.
The first question we want to ask is really, this term data engineers is a new one. It's not quite a data scientist, but what is the role of a data engineer at Metamarkets?
The role of a data engineer at Metamarkets is a pretty interesting one. We find ourselves in a very interesting position in the company where we're interacting with clients on a regular basis, and we're communicating that throughout the team. And the way we do that is basically integrating them into our offering, essentially. So we work with them to integrate them into our from the very beginning of where they start, posting data to our endpoints, providing best practices, building out a pipeline, and getting them engaged into our offering as quickly as possible. We actively look to take their recommendations and relay them to product as well as to engineering. We also do, aside from just on the client work side, we also actively work on improving things internally. As the title says, data engineers simply means we're getting our hands in data and we're building pipelines. So we're building pipelines for things such as billing. We're building pipelines for usage patterns. We're optimizing these pipelines as well. So we're getting our hands in a lot of things, which is an interesting place. But if I were to sum it up quite easily, it's we're the first face to the client, but also the face of the client to our team as well.
So in this world of marketing technology and advertising technology, there's certainly been a push towards automation of systems. Metamarkets has obviously invested a lot in our data engineering team. What is the benefit of working with a data engineer when a client is onboarding to the Metamarkets product and offering?
Yeah, sure. So one of the benefits we have is since we've kind of focused in ad tech, for example, we have a lot of experience with the data. As we're frequently ourselves, we follow formats and we've implemented standards that help onboardings go very quickly as opposed to...
Like OpenRTB, for example.
Yeah, OpenRTB. And so we... applying these best practices and having done this so many times, it allows us to get our clients up and running as quickly as possible, which is a really big benefit of Metamarkets. It's one of our best selling points is we can get you up and onboarded as quickly as possible. We have the best practices from experience, and most importantly, we can give really solid advice on what we see other clients doing just by simply digging in their data themselves.
So you talked a little bit about what you guys do in terms of working closely with the customer. Tell me a little bit about some of the cases where you guys have automated some tools so that a client or a prospect doesn't have to talk to a data engineer. What are some of the systems you guys have built so that clients can help themselves?
Sure. We ourselves have built a couple things. One of the things we really like sharing with our clients is a data console. So many times clients would want to kind of know how many bytes of data they've been sent, when the events have been sent, and just other statistics on what's going on there. So what we provided is our dashboard is so good as is, we wanted to give that same interaction, but in an easier way for anyone in a team to monitor their usage pattern or their sending patterns, when they were sent, so they could debug and see, okay, why are these events not coming in real time, and they can get to the root cause much quicker. We actively have found ways to, like triggers and alerts to contact our clients as quickly as possible. In the case we find something in this extensive ETL process that goes on, we're able to contact them and ideally have them, minimize the impact that it could have on their clients due to sending issues or bad corrupt files or et cetera, et cetera.
Last question. What is your favorite part about being a data engineer at Metamarkets?
That's a great question. I think I personally love working with clients and I love understanding their business problems and being able to integrate them into a software and a service that we have that's a standard in advertising and ad tech is pretty exciting. It's also great because we're actively getting into, as sitting in the organization in such a unique place where you can relay and work with product, you can work with engineering, and you can convey all of these things that clients are actively looking to help improve their day-to-day operations. Being able to relay that and as well as take action on them is a pretty exciting thing. And it's also fun just to start, digging in through clients' data and finding the quickest way to get them onboarded and up and ready.
Cool. Well, Neel, thanks for joining us, and thanks everyone for tuning in for this episode.